Hey, fellow wine enthusiasts, welcome to my channel called Somm1, S-O-M-M. Stands for sommelier, and the O-N-E, 1, means I never got my level 2 certificate. And don't be mean, okay? Just be nice because I didn't get my level 2. Uh, just something I haven't done, probably won't do. It has not deterred me from my enthusiasm for wine, though. Listen, today I just want to share a couple little tips and tricks with you that I have applied over the years since making wine. I'll show you my box here. There's my box, and you'll see in my box the instructions from all the wine kits. Most of the wine kits that I've made over the years goes back to probably 2015, 2016 when I first started making wine. I had been making beer before that since, oh gosh, well, 16 years ago, something like that. Anyway, it's been a progression. I like making wine way more than I like making beer. But the one tip I want to show you today has to do with these guys, oak chips. Now, when I first got my first kit with oak chips, it said put it in the bottom of the carboy and in secondary fermentation, and then when you siphon out your must from your secondary fermentation for clearing, you got a big mess in the bottom of your carboy. Well, early on, so I digress just a little bit. I stopped using oak primarily for that reason and found out that I didn't miss the oak, right? But in some styles, some varietals, I really do include the oak, but I don't want the mess. So one time I got a kit and it had the oak chips, right? But it was in what looked like a tea bag. And I only got it one time like that with the oak chips in a tea bag. And the instructions asked me to put it in secondary fermentation, which was fine with me. I was new, I didn't care, I just was following the instructions. So from then on, what I've been getting are the oak chips in the plastic bag, and of course the plastic bag doesn't do you any good. You have to take the oak chips out to apply it. So what I did, I went down to the fabric store and I got me some mesh material. Now, all I could find was the blue mesh material at the day. I couldn't find any of, where did I put it? Any of the white mesh material. Couldn't find any white mesh material this is what my sister made me not too long ago, and I'll to show you how to use it. Anyway, I just got me some mesh material. I sewed up one side of a square, right? Actually, two sides of the square with some monofilament line, some fishing line, and a needle, and made me a little bag. Now, I know what some of you guys are saying. Oh my God, Russ, what are you doing, man? That's blue stuff. It's gonna kill your wine. Well, no, it doesn't. So I was fearful, okay? Now don't get me wrong. I thought I didn't know it was going to work. So the first thing I did, I brought this home. I put it in the washing machine with a bunch of Clorox, some Clorox, because I wanted it to go white. If it was going to go white, I wanted it to bleach out. And lo and behold, it did not bleach out. So of course, I put it through the process. Then I put it in my dishwasher, and I went through the dishwasher as well, okay? And then, and only then, did I start using it for my oak chips. And I actually had two, but one of them I was washing in my dishwasher, and it fell down. And if you know anything about dishwashers, they've got this heating element on the bottom. Yeah, guess what happened to that bag? Well, anyway, my sister made me some new ones with the white ones, and they work really, really good. So all I do is put the oak chips in the bag, secure it with some monofilament line, a little tie here, and then you put it in the must, and then a little bit more monofilament line, obviously, and then tie it on the outside so it doesn't go all the way to the bottom. It just kind of stays in the middle or on the top of the must. Now, I will tell you, I have done oak chips in primary fermentation and in secondary fermentation, and I like it to be in primary fermentation for my own personal taste. And you can experiment with it any way you want to. My suggestion, if you're going to experiment, is to do it on the same varietal from the same distributor. Okay, so right now I've got a couple of kits called Crew International. One's a looks like a Malbec, and the other one's a blend. Anyway, if you're going to experiment whether or not to use it in primary or secondary fermentation, I recommend you do it with the same varietal or the same style from the same distributor. Okay, so buy 2 kits, or buy one kit and try it in primary, buy another kit whenever, and do it in secondary. See what you like. Okay, that would be my suggestion. That's what I did. Okay, I tried it in both primary and secondary fermentation. I happen to like it more if I'm going to use oak in primary fermentation. And the other thing about it is, if I'm going to use oak, I use about half of what they recommend. Normally, it just depends again on what varietal. Like if I'm doing a big cab or a Merlot, yeah, or maybe even a Nebbiolo, I'm going to use what they recommend, or just a little less. Again, that's just my preference. So one more little tip: get this kind of bubbler. All right, they're easy to clean. Although you can see this one isn't clean because I haven't tried to clean it. I just pulled it off a couple of days, and it's been sitting in the sink waiting for me to get to it. So anyway, those are a couple of my tips and tricks for this session. If you like the content, click down below, say like, and any comments you have, be nice to me. All right, I don't get paid for this. I'm not monetized, and if you're mean to me, I'll delete you and ban you, and all kinds of bad things will happen to you because you've been mean to me. But most of you will be nice, and I'll enjoy reading your comments and sharing more tips and tricks at a later date. This is Psalm 1, aka Russ, signing off.